I want you to make it into a ball.
I got one. I need one too. What are we making?
A ball.
Cool.
Can you handle a ball?
No. I'm going to fail to help.
Okay.
Is it big enough? It's too big, ain't it?
No, we're going to start with that.
Kind of round. Yeah.
Oh,
I think I need
Jennifer,
bigger.
hand out 8 rolling pins.
What's that? Oh, okay. Rolling pins. I mean, I don't got no clay.
You're getting some.
Why is it brown?
It's better. Brown is better.
I'm taping.
Brown and white is best.
Looks like chocolate ice cream.
When you have a little of each, that makes it perfect. That's just great.
What are you doing on the side?
We don't want to photograph people that are whimpering and acting
Travis, I
weird,
just got you
okay?
doing that.
Okay, when we get something like this with a little of each, we can do this. This is called a wedging table.
Wedgie.
A wedging table allows you to cut clay,
Oh, sweet.
and then you can cut it again.
Oh,
And you can cut it again.
Do you think you have sliced my hand?
Okay, well the clay is going to be, it's going to need to be
Sliced.
kind of soft. It shouldn't be sticky. So
I can't mix this in.
if it feels sticky,
My thing is, well,
Are we supposed to cut it now?
okay, everybody's got a piece of canvas. Everybody's got a fettling
what
knife.
happened? Mr.
Mine's not
Peanut,
clean,
guys,
clean
look
it.
Oh, this is hard.
You don't work it anymore if it feels like it's getting dry.
Mine's getting dry.
Mine's dry.
Mine's dry. Not mine. You say it's dry. No.
If it's sticky on the outside,
Mine's good.
you roll it back and forth like that.
Yeah, feel mine. Mine's not dry.
Okay, who doesn't have one?
Woo! I'm a black person. Can we hit it flat?
Just like a hamburger patty.
Okay, what we're going to do is learn how to use a rolling pin.
Should I grab another one?
Who doesn't have one?
You just grab mine.
Oh, I thought you got one for me. What kind of a helper are you? All right.
You flatten it. You want to
Real
flatten it?
close with the whole class.
Go like this. It's a little better.
If you're talking, you're interrupting the learning process. Okay. How do you roll these out? Most people do make the mistake of going clear off the edge like that, and it's real skinny at the outside. You're not going to go clear out to the edge. You're just going to go a little ways like that, and then turn it sideways and go a little ways the other direction, but not to the edge. Okay. So we're going to produce a shape.
Oh, sweet. Look at mine.
Okay, when it gets to be about a half an inch thick, or just about that, this thick, can you see how thick that is? That is perfect width.
That's a perfect patty pan.
Okay, now with our fettling knives, we're going to cut a symmetrical kind of a shape.
Whoa. Wait, hold this one here.
Too thick,
What's that?
too thin.
Too thin.
Is mine too thick?
Is my good?
It's just about
Is
too
mine good?
thick.
What about
Okay,
this
what
one?
we're going to do,
Oh, I got.
Perfect.
What about this one?
Done.
perfect.
That's when you do it.
Just that thick.
Yep,
Is mine good?
yep. Okay, now we're going to trim this so it's symmetrical. Thomas, what does symmetrical mean?
Same on both sides.
It's going to be, if you draw a line down the center, it'll be the same on each. We're going to make a kind of a symmetrical shape that you like. And it can be the extra clay. You can kind of let it pile up like that. Because we can use this for our designs. There's several things that we can add to our designs. One of the things we're going to have is stamps, because we now have stamps to use. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to experiment with, we're going to trim it. Please make yourself an oval or a rounded rectangle or something that has pointed edges. And we're going to start to make a personal symbols relief plaque.
This is like final flavor.
It is.
Personal symbols relief plaque, and it's going to be something that we can hang on the wall. In order to make it so that we can hang on the wall, we have to do this. Broken end, place it in the clay, and turn it. And you'll have a perfect hanging hole for it. Okay.
How this should be.
I can't tell you how to cut it. That's up to you. But it has to get perfect. That's good. Now you're going to trim it and make it symmetrical. Okay, fine.
That's symmetrical.
Okay, now we're going to start doing different things that represent symbols. And we're going to use symbols that can be made several ways. And I'm going to show you how to make little worms which can be turned into letters or other kinds of designs. Watch. Here's a little piece of clay. We're going to go like this. And now it is a worm. Okay? You can make letters or shapes out of this by doing things like curly letters. You can make the initials for your name or something. Will it stick on this? It will, if it is wet still. If it is not, we're going to use something called slip. Slip is a magic property. It's liquid clay that will cause something to stay on and never fall off. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little slip down. Watch, watch, watch. The slip goes down under it. The objects go on top of the slip. You press a little bit, and it will always stay.
What are we making?
You're making personal symbols plaque. Okay? So we're going to have add-on things. We can do add-on things several ways. We can take a piece of clay. The extra clay that you have will be for add-ons. You can take your rolling pin, roll a little thin thing like that, and you can cut out a shape of something. Perhaps a star, perhaps an animal,
Baseball.
perhaps a baseball.
A letter?
Letters can be cut out this way, yes.
Oh, it's sticking to my rolling pin.
So any kind of shape you want to cut out, they can be placed on here, and they can also be placed on different ways, like this. Here's one that you probably wouldn't think of. You put the slip down, and you place these things like this. And you can cut out a shape and have them stick out quite a ways from your
What are we writing on
background.
this? Just our name?
No, any kind of symbol that represents you. It could be numbers, it could be
like the
something
nickname?
that represents your interest, like an instrument, like a
we
guitar
go
or a
this way
violin.
too?
Yep, any kind of thing like that. But before you get too far along,
Can I start Bria?
How does that football look? Is that pretty bad?
it's pretty skinny, it looks like a fish.
Okay.
I'm just going to write Bria. Can I just write?
Okay, so we're going to take some things like this. I want something that comes up from the design, comes up a ways, and I also want some things that are impressed into the clay. And that's going to take us to our stamp. Stamp. Make it come into focus by coming in close. Can you see it? Can you see it up close?
Yeah, that's...
Do you have it? Is it in focus? I'm going to now turn the clay and see the other side. Good? All right, now you can zoom out again. Okay, now look at this, please. By repeating a stamp, you get a beautiful design. You can go stamp like this, don't press it too hard, and you get a beautiful pattern. The stamp that you made 2 days ago makes a very pretty little pattern. But repeating it makes it work like a pattern. Not repeating it, it's not quite the same. You have to repeat it.
Does that look good, TJ?
Okay, so you're going to have some of your stamps on. What? How many? Not so many. Okay, so if you have a shape, you want it to be cut out very accurately. Okay?
I'll do letters first then.
Yeah, so what you want to do, if you want a football, you get the shape ready.
Mr. Payne, does that look good? My
I'm
initials?
busy.
It's too thick now.
And you cut it once. And you cut it again.
Oh,
And
okay,
you
I get
don't,
what you're
you
saying.
don't handle it any extra, okay?
Okay, I get what you're saying.
All right.
The J's backwards.
I don't got much clay though.
No, it's not.
That's
You
the
probably
problem.
want brown clay.
There
for
you
that.
go.
So here's a little brown clay for you. It's wet, so you're going to have to roll it a bit.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, start working on your design.